Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all in today's online class. I hope you are fine and you are doing well. And I hope that you have written all the class notes, whatever provided related to this chapter 1 Economics, the story of village Palampur. Today, um, I will start the revision of this chapter. Because at the time of discussion I was not teaching you, that's why. So I thought that I must revise the chapter from the that is beginning to end, from the first line to last line. So today we'll go for the revision. So let us start. So that is recapitulation. So let us look back. Let us look back means whatever the things we we discussed already. So these things will be discussed again. So first of all, if anyone will ask you that where is village Palampur, so your answer should be, that is what, there is no existence of village Palampur, it is an imaginary village. Now the question that from where this imagination that is come. So this imaginary story, this imaginary village, it is partly based on a research study carried out by Gilbert Etin of a village in Bulandshahr district of Uttar Pradesh. So that means there is no existence of village Palampur, but it is related, just somewhere it is related with one village which is located in Bulandshahr district of western Uttar Pradesh, and this village was the study area by the Gilbert Etin. Clear? So there is no real existence of village Palampur. It is one imaginary village. This thing you have to remember always. Now come to the next, that if anyone asks you that what type of transport facilities are available in village Palampur, there is only road transport is available. So road transport, this road transport help to connect the neighboring villages and towns. Only roadway, no other way. And what type of means of transport, that means what type of vehicles were used: bullock carts, tongas, bogies. Some pictures are given. So that is bullock carts, tongas, bogies, motorcycles, jeep, tractors, truck, etc. These were the vehicles used for roadway transportation. That means we can say that transportation was not that is much developed. Only one way was there. One way is there, that is only roadway. So railway is not there. So that is a big question mark on the facility of transport in village Palampur. Next, that is electricity facility. In the availability of electricity, I think it is quite good. Most of the houses are connected by electricity. Electricity powers all the tube wells in the fields and helps in irrigation facility, because already we have seen that the main economic activity of the village Palampur is agriculture, and they are going for multiple cropping, more than one time crop cultivation. So when they are depending on that is multiple cropping, when they are following the multiple cropping, they need irrigation facility. Why? Because in India rainy season is only for 3 or 4 months, but other months what will be the source of water for crop cultivation? That is irrigation. And how this irrigation facility can be provided? That is with the help of electricity. If there will be electricity, then deep tube wells can be bored, and then this, with the help of electricity, with the help of pump, we can easily take out the water, and we can easily fulfill the need of water of the crop cultivation by irrigation facility. Third number, electricity is also used in various types of small business. Already you have seen that not only crop cultivation, not only agricultural activities, but also different types of small business going on. That's why electricity is also required. So electricity facility of electricity is quite good in village Palampur. Next, that is education facility, because we know education makes us perfect, education makes us good human being, and education prepares the most important thing, that is human capital, that means human resource. Already you have seen that in production activity, the importance of human capital. Without human beings, without the human labor, production activity cannot be done. So that's why education facility is required. But when you will see, education facility is only confined up to, that is school study. There is no higher study facility. Only two types of school present, primary school and high school. But when you are thinking about higher study, you are not getting any type of facility from the Palampur. So that's why take a look, only two types of school present, that is two primary schools, that is for basic education up to 5 class, and one high school, it is for maximum 12 class, that is. So that's why if you are thinking about higher education, you have to move, that means you have to leave the Palampur. So that is not quite good, we need some improvement there. So that is a drawback there. Next, that is come to health facility. It is also one important thing, because without good health you cannot make yourself a good human resource. So if you want to become a good human resource, you have to improve your health condition. And when you want to keep yourself fit, you need also good health facility. So what type of facility, let us find out. The village Palampur has one government primary health center. Primary health center, it is not that well equipped hospital, it is not that type of hospital where you can treat yourself for different type of diseases, critical diseases or serious illness. That type of facility will not get. And also one more thing, it has a private dispensary. Dispensary means it is not that type of hospital that you can get that type of health facility. It means the Palampur needs some improvement in the availability of health facility. Yes, that is true, that Palampur does not have that type of health facility. If you are suffering from any type of chronic disease, any type of serious problem, you are not going to get any type of help from the that is village Palampur. You have to move to the other place where the better facilities available. Next, that is what is the main economic activity of village Palampur. Already I told, that is farming, crop cultivation. That is majority of the people dependent on crop cultivation, and that is multiple cropping is followed, modern farming methods are used, irrigation facility is used. That is. Next, that is name some farming and non-farming activities. First of all, let us find out the difference between farming and non-farming activities. Farming means related to farm. Related to farm means it is related to the crop cultivation, it is related to the rearing of animals. And non-farming activity means it is related to the, that is industries, transport service, that is shopkeeping, computer centers, etc. So farming activities mainly two types, crop cultivation, livestock, and non-farming activities, that is small manufacturing like jaggery manufacturing units. Jaggery means good, and transport services, dairy farming, and shopkeeping, and also computer centers. So these are the facilities or these types of farming and non-farming activities available in village Palampur. So farming means mainly related to agricultural activity related to farm, and non-farming means these are not agricultural activity. But one thing is you have to see that both are related. So if you want to do, that is jaggery manufacturing, you need which thing? Sugarcane, and sugarcane is coming from which sector? Crop cultivation. So farming, non-farming, they are related. And in the other hand also, that when you want to do crop cultivation, you need some different type of tools, machines. These are coming from non-farming activities. Now come to the next. Name the states of India who at first adopted the modern farming method. Modern farming method means use of irrigation facility, use of HYV seeds, use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, so these things. And here 3 states are coming: Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh. That means in other way we can say that green revolution at first started where? In Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh. Next, that is name the factors of production. So here factors of production means the things which are required for the production activities, for the production of goods and services. So there are 4 requirements present. Who are they? Land. Without land we cannot do any kind of economic activity. Labor. Labor is of 2 types: skilled and unskilled. Skilled means those who are giving their knowledge, sharing their experience, and unskilled labor means those who are giving their physical labor. And next, capital. Capital, there are 2 types of capital present: fixed capital, physical capital. Fixed capital means where investment is permanent for long time, like tools, machines, technology. These are for long time. One time you have purchased and you are getting the facility, you are getting the help from this capital for long time, for many times. But physical capital, it is for one time. So raw material, money, these are, that is what, it is going to be consumed, going to be destroyed. Think you have taken cotton and you have converted the cotton into clothes. That means what? Cotton is finished. So that's why that is different from fixed capital. And next, that is human capital. I have already told it may be in the 4th number, but it is the most important thing. If we want to do production activity, we need the human capital. That means knowledge, skill of human beings. Without human beings, production activity cannot be done. Now come to the next. What do you know about the agricultural crop year? First of all, generally when anyone is asking year means it starts from the month of January, it ends in the month of December. Another type of year present, if you have heard, or if your father or if any of your relative is related to banking facility, etc., there is also one year present. It is called as financial year. What is the name? Financial year. Financial year starts from the month of April and it ends in the 31st March. So 2 types of year I have told. One, that is normal general year, that starts from the month of January and ends in the month of December. Another, that is year present, it is called as financial year. It is related to the banking service, and here it starts in the month of April and it ends in the month of March, 31st March. And another year that is related to the agricultural activity, crop production, and this year is called as agricultural year or agricultural crop year. So in this year, this year starts from the month of, that is July, and it ends in the month of June. Here it starts in the month of July and it ends in the month of June. So that means agricultural year means it is related to the crop cultivation, and this agricultural year has a crop calendar, and in this crop calendar there are mainly 3 seasons present. Who are the? Kharif season, Rabi season and Zaid season. Kharif season, Rabi season, Zaid season. So let us see in detail in the next. So take a look, agricultural seasons or cropping seasons. I have told 3 seasons present in an agricultural crop year. Kharif season, that means it is related to the rainy season when rainfall mainly occurs in India, and it starts in the month of July and it goes up to October. But this July October may vary place to place. Sometimes that is July to November also. It depends on the crop cultivation and sowing, harvesting time, etc. But generally it is from July to October. And what type of crops are cultivated? Jowar, bajra, ragi. These jowar, bajra, ragi, these 3 crops together called by one name, it is called as millets. So when you will see millets, that means jowar plus bajra plus ragi, here is equal to millets. And other crops, maize, rice, cotton, sugarcane, etc. That means the crops which require more amount of rainfall for cultivation. These crops are called as kharif crops, and this season is called as kharif season. And kharif season means which season? from our normal year rainy season. Next season is Rabi season. Rabi season means it is related to winter, where rainfall amount is less, mainly irrigation facility is required, and it starts from the month of November and it goes up to the month of March. Sowing time November, sometimes it may be December, it depends on the crop, it depends on the situation, it depends on the farmers thinking, etc. But generally it is from November to March, and it is mainly winter season. And what type of crops? The crops which require less water, which can be cultivated in the less rainy weather: wheat, barley, gram, mustard, pulses, potatoes, etc. And these crops are called as Rabi crops. And the next season is Zaid season. It is for short time, that is April to June, and it is this type of season is coming under dry summer season. So dry summer means what? Temperature is high but amount of rainfall is less. In this type of situation, who can grow? Mainly watermelon, muskmelon, vegetables, cucumbers, etc. So these are the cropping seasons or agricultural season. So students, we have discussed today some topics like is there any existence of Palampur in real or not. Then also I told what type of transport facility. Also I asked about, or I told about the electricity facility, health facility, education facility, and also different type of activities, and also production factors, and also crop year, cropping season. So keep it up to that. That's all for today. Next we will discuss the other things. It is just for revision and recapitulation, that we should not miss any topic. So thank you. And the PDF also I have attached with this video. With this video means separately I have attached. You click the link and you write down the class note if you have not written any question answer which are written in this PDF file. So thank you. Have a great day.